All set, Albert? Okay. Beth G writes, is it true that you can crossbreed a donkey with a sheep to make a better llama? I'm sure you'll know. Why would I know? That is not correct. I don't think anyone's ever crossbred those two animals. It's just not possible. What would that be? Sheepkey? Maybe that would be cool. Anyway, why would you need to improve on the llama? It's fine as it is. Next statement is from Big Blue. You never review Toyotas, which is a shame because they are the most awesome. TRD. Toyota Racing Development, I think it stands for. That is not correct. I have reviewed many Toyotas. Let me think. I have reviewed my brother's Toyota Corolla with his chicken. I reviewed that awesome MR2, one of my favourite Toyotas. Back when Toyotas made awesome cars. You know, the 90s, 80s and 90s, they made a lot of awesome cars. And I reviewed that Toyota Prius. That was terrible. Oh my God, those terrible cars. So yes, well represented. Toyotas are very well represented on my channel. I'm sure there's been others as well. Next statement is from Terry. He writes, Nick, you mullet tugger, I measure my dick from the balls up. What does that even mean? That is not correct. If you have to measure it, I think it's from the base. Anyway, next question is from Mikey Mike. He writes, being a Kiwi, you must have played a lot of rugby. Are you still able to play in the US? That is not correct. Despite being from New Zealand, I have never really played rugby or pretty much any other sports. It's just one of the many things that I am terrible at. I just don't have the coordination to be catching and throwing balls. It's just not my strength. So I never really played any rugby. I don't play any rugby now. In fact, I did a bit of a hunt around and I found the certificate that I won when I was at high school, which was the peak of my sporting career. Yes, it was a truly proud moment in the Murray household when I brought that home. Celebrations all around. And finally, Truth Matters writes, see people, if a largely talentless, sweaty fat moron like this crotch gobbler can be successful, then there's hope for us all. And I'm not going to disagree with that. That is totally correct. There's no particular talent I have, and not that I'm particularly successful, but you know, you can be happy in life no matter what your talents are. So yes, I completely agree. Although he does say that I'm a fat, sweaty moron, and there's been a lot of you pointing out how fat I am lately. So I appreciate the feedback. And it's not easy for me to get fat because I eat pretty healthy and I exercise a lot, but I have a little bit of a problem with Ben. Ben and his buddy Jerry lure me to the fridge at night, and I think that's where the problem is. So yeah, just mostly around the belly here, I've been packing it on. I'm a middle-aged man, I should be a little bit fat, right? Also, while I've got you guys here, some other news for the channel. I have a trip to New Zealand next month, middle of the month, to see my family and friends and so forth in New Zealand, and I hope to do a meetup, probably on Sunday the 18th, somewhere in the Auckland area. I will use this app called the Roadstar, which has been put together by a viewer of mine. They send it to me. It helps with a bunch of things, including meetups. So if you want to connect to the Roadstar app to find out where the meetup is, or if you're just interested in finding about other people's cars and driving events and all the other stuff that's on this app. It's a pretty cool app. And yes, I hope to see you guys that are in New Zealand at that meetup. Last time we had so many cool cars that turned up, so I hope that will happen again. And next, I wanted to thank everybody for the very positive feedback on my helicopter review recently. It was the Robertson R22. I haven't done a lot of aviation stuff on my channel. It's mostly a car channel, as we know. But I have been wanting to get back into aviation. And for those of you that have never watched any of my aviation videos, maybe take a look at the R22 video, because I put a lot of effort into it. I'm very proud of it. It's probably the hardest video I've ever made, and I think I'm getting good. I'm getting a lot better at aviation stuff. So even if you're not even interested in aviation, this could be an introduction to it, because I go over a lot of stuff in that video about this little helicopter, and yeah, all sorts of little interesting tidbits in there. I don't know, if you're even vaguely interested in aviation, that might be a video worth watching. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And I've got some more helicopter videos and a video of my solo of my fixed wing. I'm getting my fixed wing pilot's license at the moment, so I have that coming up soon as well. Another video that I've got to do this week or next week is a video on my 911. A lot of people point out I do very few videos on my own car, which is true. My 911 just ticked over 20,000 miles, so I thought I'd do a video on how that poor little bugger is standing up to life under the Nick Murray regime. Yes, I put surfboards on the roof, I clean it with a nylon brush, I have dogs inside. It goes to hell and back, that poor car. But it stood up pretty well. So I'll just go over costs and, you know, issues that I've had with the car, that type of thing. Yeah, at long last, I'm doing a video on my own car. Another thing I wanted to thank everyone for is your support on my Instagram account. It's been really growing lately. My Instagram is a little different than my YouTube channel. I post a lot of general Nick Murray life stuff on my Instagram and a lot of car pictures and so forth. And a lot of people write to me and say, how do I do my car photos? Well, I've done videos on how I do videos before, but I haven't done a lot on car photos. And I'll actually point you somewhere else. I'll point you to this friend of mine, Mo, who's got a channel specifically dedicated to how to take great photos of cars. And he goes into immense detail and he does such a great job. So check out Mo's channel. I'll put a link in the description below. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And finally, I wanted to apologize to anyone that turned up to the RoadStr event out in California, hoping to see me with the Rapid Dry Towels guys. I had a sick doggy here, so I had to stay in Connecticut. But yeah, it was a very successful event. The Rapid Dry Towel guys sold a lot of product. And you know I talk a lot about the Rapid Dry Towels, but I've had so much great feedback. Every single person that's bought one of those towels and sent me feedback has said great things. And I finally have them in stock. So if you want a Rapid Dry Towel, if you want a new way to dry your car quickly, get rid of that chamois, yeah, you can place an order with me or directly with Rapid Dry Towels now. Yeah, it is a wonderful product, and I'll talk about that more when I'm in New Zealand, because that's where the company originates from, and I'll go see my friend and we'll do some stuff with that as well. So go to the shop, buy a t-shirt and a Rapid Dry Towel. That would be awesome. Anyway, thank you as always everyone for supporting my channel. The next video this week will be on a Jeep, a 1942 World War II Jeep. I had so much fun making that video. I'll finally get that edited this week, so that'll be Thursday's video. And then I still have a lot of videos left over from the trip out to Oregon, the McLaren and all the other cool cars that are out there. I've got to get those videos out as well. So lots of cool stuff coming up on the channel. But as always, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. You're so awesome. You always give me great feedback. You always give me a lot of support, and I really appreciate the positive vibe. Even these messages are pretty cool that you guys always give me. Anyway, thanks everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye then.